Ready? Go. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Live from South Central, Los Angeles. Press one. Hit that like button. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. With knowledge and wisdom comes greater and greater understanding. KevRow. With knowledge and wisdom comes greater and greater understanding. Mm, mm. Title of my show. The title alone. I'll be telling y'all, don't just wait for me to come on the air and do my research. Yeah, do your own research. I'm going to win. I'm winning. You want to win like me? Press one. I got motherfucking African motherfucking animals on my clothes. Press one. I'm winning. Shout out Wakanda. Press one. Let me get the Wakanda emojis. We kicking y'all ass. We fucking algorithm up. Nigga, all type of new history is popping up in y'all shit 9 months ago, 10 years ago. This one, I fucked y'all algorithm up. Wakanda in the building. Up. Yes, fucked them up. Fucking them up. So it had just completely full submission. I love it. I love being a small channel on YouTube. First ripple in the pond. Bam. That's one. The waves get bigger as you on tomorrow, next year. No, but that is the that is going to happen. That's for sure. Moderators, Brittany's in the building. Of course, Gloria, Amanda, Todd, Royal, Bo Cat, and Urban Barker. Shout out to y'all checking in. Got to do. Just be here early. Don't come in here walking in. You go get blocked. Not in my classroom, especially if you What up with it, Taj? Good to see you out there. Support the broadcast at my cash out. My tag is Gills Gang. What up with it, Taj? Uh, all I can ask for my students to go up. No, everybody else can look from afar. That's all right too. Just come closer. Fill in the gaps. Then we can fill in the gaps over there. Over there. What up, Pitney? Good to see you out there, Max. What up with it, King? Good to see you. My title, Max. Woo! Who'd ever figure? We're Francois. He talking about that's you. Remember he was telling us that the emancipation started with Haiti and all of this because that movie came out after Kevin Gillespie started exposing it all on the internet. Then the movie come out, Emancipation, but a lot of us didn't watch it because we watched KevRow. Why watch it? We watched Kev. Kev told us already. So Francois is the only one that went to go see the film. We the motherfuckers who lived the film. This nigga, he went to go sit and eat popcorn and watch another Wakanda story. They used Will Smith as the emancipated Haitian of something of the sort. Oh my! I just thought about it while I was looking at my title. Abraham Lincoln sold us to Haiti. Press one or not. Press one like the Bible say, "Your father Abraham had many sons." Press one. That's why Abraham Lincoln is the father of all nations. They all came to the promised land. All of them by way of Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln. What was Abe Lincoln's wife's name? It better not have been Sarah. Hit the like button. Y'all don't even know how this shit rolled. I'm having fun. All downhill. Having fun skiing right here on the virtual as I don't know if it's only funny to me. It should be funny to you. The fact that we've been asleep so long. All of these revelations and revealing feelings kind of put a damn. Every time I'm thinking of something like damn, it causes that chuckle mode. Hey, make this shit up, as Kevin Hughes would say. He freed them to Haiti. King Hazy. King Hazy, he freed them to Haiti. That's what he did. Press one with his goofy ass. Now that I understand history, I told you, Abraham Lincoln didn't free the slave. He enslaved your black ass by way of free. And I know that sounds kind of contrary. Like, how are we slaves but we free? Press one because, bro, because you free. That's the trick. That's what? That's the trick. Your ass was free. That's why. Even scriptures say you sold as bondwomen and bondmen or not. That's nothing. Free, nigga. Free, nigga. You know what free? You know when you gave you freedom? You know when you give a free man freedom, you know it gotta be free. You know what I'm saying? You gotta enslave them free to give them freedom. If you knew what the switch was, then it'd make sense to you why your ass is free, but in debt bondage. How the fuck is you free living by way of maritime law in a perilous state? You're calling yourself black, but you are free celebrating Juneteenth? Well, Juneteenth ain't got shit to do with us. It got something to do with them free people. Get it? No. You got to see it. Not the freemen, the ones who was made free by Abraham, the free people. That's all of them. The ones who were genocided out were Negroes. They the ones who are POWs in mission in action and presumed dead at sea. Hence you get POW/MIA, black head on the flag, POW flag. Go check it out. It's a nigga. You just not looking. You're not looking. And I'm just not gonna play with y'all. You're going to look this year. Yes. We're sold off to Haiti by way of the Emancipation and Proclamation. Your freedom was your enslavement. If you catch my. Yeah, see, we got the real story. You remember when I told y'all about Marcus Garvey and Walter Plecker and the theft and the heist, and you went to Liberia by way of Haiti? Press one. That's why they got slave ports. Press one. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. My spirit is boiling. My man Nipsey Hussle. Talk to him.
Right now, motherfucker, let's go. Yeah, what can make a nigga wanna go and get it? Said he want a Beamer with the subs in it. Said he grew up in a house and it was love missing. Said he grew up in the city, keep his gun with him. Young nigga, let's go. Young nigga, and he don't need a reason, he a young nigga.
Facts, right?
And you don't want your daughter or your sons with him. Young nigga, let's go. Young nigga, probably never understand him.
Don't stop.
Till he pull up in a phantom.
Don't stop.
When he pull up in a phantom, he gon' have that shit blasted.
That's right.
Like young nigga, just young nigga. Young nigga, just young nigga.
What they call you, where you from, nigga?
In my city, that was question number one, nigga. Looking at the legend I become, nigga. I can't help but feeling like I am the one, nigga.
Your turn. Remember I was on the run, nigga. Couple years before you had a son, nigga. Open up your doors and kept it one with me. Held a nigga down and I was love, nigga. Nobody wanna stand in front of judge, nigga.
Yeah. Make you think of better days like when you was with it. Standing on the couches in the club with us.
We all in here. There you go.
Then I got my shot, I had to run with it. Out the gate, lost count many days. In the studio we slay, but this shit we gotta say. Staring in the space as you fishing for a phrase. Uninspired, and your mind still is all a paper chase.
First you're over dedicate.
Then you notice that you're great.
And it's been the whole time, and it slap you in your face.
And you stacking in your safe, got it cracking, it was fate. Now you the definition, nigga laughing to the bank.
I'm a master of my fate.
Plus I'm the type of nigga on the masters to my tapes.
Nigga.
I'm in Nevada for the day. I caught a flight from Philly, we just sold out to LA. Fresh up off the stage, on my way to B of A. AMB, we LA, tryna eat,
we the way. Yo.
Young Nip, see the great, never taught how to drink.
We just lead to the lake. it's 80-something degrees in LA.
Fuck it, time to put some jet skis on
Yeah.
Look, I got a team at my bank.
I don't even need an ID at the bank.
It used to
Stupid.
be a dream we would chase. I know Jay Stone and Copy Supreme could relate. I know the whole team could relate. I know Evan McKenzie and Brian Lees could relate.
Facts.
Cornell Sedan, Adamander Brown, Stephen Donaldson and Black
No,
Sabbath
I'm on my marathon, nigga.
Ballin' since my brother used to hustle out the bonds. Couple 100,000 up, he took a shovel to the lawn. With no exaggeration for the content of my song. When he went to dig it up,
Shit, 100-something gone. Molded.
You can ask moms at the plug and blow dry for the ones that we can wash. Salvage a little bit, young rich nigga shit, pressure on my shoulder. How I'm gonna deal with it? Say it's uncomfortable when you transition. Then it's all beautiful when you get rich in it. When you start killing shit,
And it's all witness shit. Now I can't spend the shit. Businesses. Niggas.
Watching your vision, it'll be a poor generous. Get money. Ford dealership, we up in Forbes. Watching and they wishing that it wasn't yours. I forgive you, I remember I was poor. The sign in the way of what you reaching for. Gotta play the game, you gotta reach the score. See, I'ma do the same and pop the country
Facts.
for. Tell me if I want it, gotta hustle
Gotta
for.
hustle for it.
Only difference now the money more mature.
Take our time with it.
Young nigga,
Pace it by pace.
young nigga, young nigga.
I remember that nigga King AK said, what do Nipsey even talk about? Nothing, man. He don't talk about nothing for you. He don't talk about nothing for you. Y'all quit snitching on each other. What? Y'all quit telling on. I told you all what I was going to do. Always wanted to be. Yeah. Bless him. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle, man. I'm one of the only artists it keep me focused. One keeps me fiery upset at our past. Press one and how they did us. And then the other one, compassion, so much compassion. Hustle and don't worry about it. Focus. You know what I'm saying? So get a balance of both. And they said Tupac was 2 in 1 anyway. That's three. Shout out to y'all, man. But yeah, I got an excellent film to show y'all. And I have to stay in the mood because this type of shit hurt when you dealing history, right? I mean, when you think about what lies people have been telling us, and I told y'all Haiti fought with the Confederates, and the real war was told in time immemorial illusion. The real war happened 1880s, 1900s, closer to your great grandfather. And I told you, grandma, mother's how we gonna see this thing. Feel me? They got duped by way of parent patrie and dowries. Press one. Did they get the 33%? No, they didn't get the motherfucking 33%. I've been thinking hard, family. I've been thinking hard. They accept anything right now, communistic handout, of course. But the 33%, I don't think that went to the black woman. I think that went to Lloyd's of London and the bank and the Queen of England, and the other money went to the father, which is the Pope, for the savings of one's soul. Press one, and now that I got a greater understanding of, what did I call it? Yeah, because I'm a coin collector now. Press one. It appears uh, widow's might. Yeah, that and this is a New World pirate, Spanish bits and pieces of the old world. I got bits and pieces of coin from the Constantine era as well. Press one. So knowing this, Taz already Vicar of Christ. Final answer. We knowing this, bro. Knowing this, and we're dealing in widow. And if she don't have anything for the savings of one soul, what would the black woman have to give? Press one after losing your husband in war. Press one and stuff like that for the savings of one soul, because it's the passing down of heritage. But the only thing we had at the time, because everything was stolen from us, was 0.000.1 of a copper coin called the penny. Press one. In fact, I bought a coin and God directed me to a coin collection. I also have Abraham Lincoln coin. Black people. that are created and after World War II. It's the Abe Lincoln Emergency World War II coin. Steel. I know the people that remember J.P. Morgan and Carnegie, and why the steel? Why the only thing you was worth? But and that's just random chatter for those who've been following my chatter channel and on the great ship of the row this whole time. You gotta just bear with me. A beautiful time to be alive. A lot of information is. It was here maybe a few years ago, but KevRow had to go through something, and we came back to all of this great shit. And I already told you guys, Abraham. The good thing is Abraham Lincoln enslaved you and made you a little boy. Remember? Remember the little boy reaching up to Abraham Lincoln was the American hero? Made him a minor in the estate and evacuated him. Press one. Let me show you how this works, y'all. If this your first time here, God bless you too. Yeah, I know it's all like what, but for those who've been following me, they wonder how I look so great. My audience supports this broadcast. I've been kicked off the internet for a couple times just for spreading truth. I will continue to do so. It is what it is. Let me. Okay, here we go. Let me bring this up here. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. She's going to tell you a great story. You got to listen. Gosh, this is going to fuck you up. Dad, this is going to my classroom in my adult school. If you are a child not ready to grow up, you are not allowed here. Public service announcement. If you in your feelings, if you distract people, you're not welcome here. You like to roam around and say little weird shit when you call in and it's not directed at the topic, blocked, hanging up. No disrespect to you, just the order of professorism. Mm. Shout out to Compton Cuz. Hit that like button. So I need y'all to pay attention. This is a good 13 minutes. And with all of the understanding I gave you over the last really the last year, really focusing in on the imagery of it, that helped a lot of people understand Red Cross, how French were infiltrate, all of this happening in the early 1900s. But this is going to blow your mind. Now, this I didn't pay no attention to. This is great.
Americans. He said, quote, I am not. He wasn't particularly keen on integrating African Americans.
Hold on.
He wasn't particularly keen on integrating African Americans. He said, quote, I am not, nor have ever been, in favor of bringing about in any way the social and political equality of Black and white races. I just can't believe that the day he signed the Emancipation Proclamation, that night he made this fateful decision to send them abroad.
Exodus. Let's hear that again.
He wasn't particularly keen on integrating African Americans. He said, quote, I am not, nor have ever been, in favor of bringing about in any way the social and political equality of Black and white races. I just can't believe that the day he signed the Emancipation Proclamation, that night he made this fateful decision to send them abroad. It's a story filled with ambition, hope, and ultimately heartbreak. Hi, I'm Danielle Romero. Thank you so much for joining me again today on my channel, where I started digging into my family's hidden history in Louisiana. And the channel has been evolving into digging into questions of genealogy and what does it mean to be American. History has a way of revealing complexities and contradictions of even the most revered figures. Today, I want to take you back to a pivotal moment in American history, a time when President Abraham Lincoln, the great emancipator, sought to end slavery and bring freedom to the oppressed. But here's the twist. He wasn't particularly keen on integrating African Americans into
U.S. society. Instead, he had an audacious plan to resettle them in the Caribbean. It's a story filled with ambition, hope, and ultimately heartbreak. In 1863, Abraham Lincoln enacted a plan to resettle 453 freed Black Americans to a Haitian island. Picture.
Now watch this. Were we a part of that? Oh, that's the federal government. They only allowed to run specific spot. So they're not even talking about the people who was already here. They talking about them. They workers. Again, corporate ownership. You gonna work. So they're gonna free the slave. This is how you coup the nation. Remember what that lady said? She said they was planning shit for the over. That's our favorite historian who tells us about trust law.
Picture this. It's the night of December 31st, 1862. And President Lincoln sits down to sign a contract with Bernard Koch, a Florida.
Now remember, 1898, Wilmington, the overthrow. So you got a time confliction here because you got all black towns and you talking about 400 people. Talking all black towns all over America, all a state, all black people, bro. But you talking about 400 people.
A cotton planter. Their agreement to relocate 5,000 formerly enslaved people from the United States to a tiny island off the coast of Haiti. I think the pronunciation is Isle La Vache, but I never took French. Let me know in the comments just how bad I butchered that.
Why? Because it was with federal government the whole time. You actually carrying on their history. Tamika Mallory and them talking about this slavery, this one, that's for them 400 people. They are Haitian and Frenchmen. Marcus Garvey types. Go ahead, Mary. We're going to get to it. Those are French people.
But let's rewind a bit.
Those are the black French.
You see, Lincoln had been grappling with the dilemma for years. Lincoln despised slavery, but he didn't believe in racial equality or the successful integration of people from different races. So what was his solution? Colonization. He advocated for shipping Black Americans to Central America, the Caribbean, or even Africa.
And now this is how the slave trade began. Remember, y'all built up. This is. So who was whooping your ass? Who was the slave? Who was the people weren't scared of the slave master? Who was they scared of? They were scared of the nigga with the whip. Who is that? The Haitian, the black French. That's why I was calling them pirates, because their homeland is back north. They're not really from it. Where the fuck is Francois, man? You right, emancipation. Right. Right. I told you when you became a 14th citizen, I'm telling you, you bought into the same book. This is what happened to you. The fucking pirates, bro. I'm trying to tell you, pirates are the same of the Caribbean. Sea law. They was all into fucking transporting and fucking. That's why King George was against them. He was the one fighting them. Because they was slave trading. The Huguenot, they was all slave trading. All of them was enslaving us and selling us off to North Africa and different ports on that. Bro. bruh, bruh, the diaspora or whatever that is. Press one. That's the total colonization. The diaspora happened here. The real diaspora, the real one. Of all nations conspired against thee. The Bible is undefeated. Fuck the internet. The
It was his
Bible is
way of
undefeated.
satisfying those who wanted emancipation while appeasing those who feared possible repercussions. I want to read a couple quotes from Abraham Lincoln that they weren't the Lincoln that I was taught. He
That's right.
said, quote, I am not, nor have ever been, in favor of bringing about in any way the social and political equality of black and white races, nor to intermingling with white people. There is a physical difference between the white and black races, which will ever forbid the two races living together on terms of social and political equality.
Boom. So he made you minor in his state with with that federal government. Now hold on. They was like, put it like this: is why the labor unions were so important, because they just became racist in the labor union. This was all labor union shit. This is all okay. Now y'all out completely. I'm talking about the black African Americans at the time. Y'all out completely, and that was before the overthrow. After the coup, it was already federal law, and it enslaved those who were already immediately effective into law, because it was already effective in federal territories, which was fucking both Washington, D.C. We're talking 400 people that were calling slaves, which is workers that came over with him, which were they're allowed to under the Constitution, and whatever is for them, that's for them. Whatever they building up. But after the coup, you was sucked into that and became a 14th Amendment citizen, made you black in law, and made you a criminal in the 13th. And they tapped into your trust legally, illegally. That's one. Legally, illegally. And tapped into your beneficiary package, which was your freedom. You're heirs to gold of this nation. You're organic people of this land. Everybody else has poor. Look how you just helped all the Latinos. Now they able to come in and get jobs as police officers and beat you over the head. No papers, straight immigrant, down there the police. Now the police, the federal government is hiring them as police, and you dancing around worrying about who's snitching. They're hiring a whole foreign army and assuming them into state police forces, bro. That's a war, bro. Time is up. Because you're so caught up in propaganda, you're not ready. You don't even see it. Matter of fact, you're fighting for every ideological subversion out there. You're fighting Russian and German. They don't got to do nothing. All they got to do is pretend they're in war with each other, cipher off the money, let Joe Biden develop fucking contracts in Ukraine illegally, fucking this person over there illegally. We just see TV. We have no idea what's going on. No place whatsoever. Don't tell me about a dream world you getting out of the. You couldn't handle outside the fucking matrix. You couldn't. You stay right there. Don't you even pretend like you want to come out. Press one, you wouldn't know what to do without a federal handout. And a lot of y'all be deported without the federal government. Everybody will be deported except you. And you ain't got it in your head yet. Tariq Nasheed running to California talking about some reparations and blood lineage. Hold up, bro. Now, hold up, G. Y'all motherfuckers can be all but Frenchmen and Caribbean talking about blood lineage. This is airship. This is you denounce your sovereignty. You stepped down from being a king and a queen and became mere men and died, nigga. DEAD. And you dead and you proud. Dead and you're proud. Walking around zombified. Zombified. Literally the walking dead. Literally walking around. At least I'm alive. I look good. At least I know I'm alive, though. There ain't no sense of wearing nothing fresh if you mentally dead. If you compose Mentos, that's one. The fresh breath maker with your pop up pill, that's one. When you remain adolescent in law, if you stuck there, if you black and you dead in law, you don't matter. You ain't got no right. If you ain't got no right, you must be looking for a handout of some privilege or something. Bars. I mean, who says shit? That's a privilege. That's bars. Write that down. That's a historic bar. Bar. But you allow them to bar. You know all of these bars, but you don't know what the bar association is. That's how it's a foreign instrument used to enslave you, so London can be paid insurance off of your name and through cusp and stockbroker shit at the dolls. We talking dolls. We talking dolls rolls. They talking about the dolls on the stock market. We talking about Dories. Y'all talking about who's most you niggas got ADHD. Most you stop, bro. Oh, who's KevRow? That's ill, bro. Did you hear what this woman is saying? You've been told history from the Rockefeller Foundation, just like I told you. La 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 la. That's how I make fun of you because I know you. I know you better than you know yourself. Press one because I know me. Press one. That's why. La 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 la. Elmo. Well, we don't know shit. Press. All of our knowledge and wisdom came from WWF, and women got their shit from Disney. Press one. We learned cowboys and Indians. What? And they learned whatever the fuck they learned, bro. Fucked up. We did not learn Abraham Lincoln enslaved us and shipped us off. In fact, we heard the contract that you guys overthrew George and let all the slaves go. I told y'all that was a lie. Press one. I told you. I told you Serapis flag. They genocided us in the barbecue. I told you all of their history was in time immemorial. It's not even real. It's just a bunch of them came up with whatever their history was gonna be. They just got here in the 1900s when they overthrew your government. Press one. They had to trick you to become a 14th Amendment to press one. They drove Martin Luther King and them crazy. He fucked up. And he know he did it. Oh, they don't trick us. Oh my goodness, they don't trick us. Oh shit. The white man, that was y'all in them hoods. Oh my God. Y'all the same. Oh, party at it again. We coming to get our check. Feel me? That's that Pox. You feel me? Press one. That's that the Wood movie. You feel me? Nigga, we coming to get our check and boom. I don't care who anyway. And any man, mine eyes don't see the coming or the glory of the coming of them. Stop right now. Press one. You check. Because they owe you. You don't see them give away thousands of territories like Martin Luther King. To all the fake Indians who are Pacific Islanders by way of Japan and China. Oh! You can't stop me, bro. Or I'm going for the smartest man in the community. No, ain't fucking with me. Make a point. Make a point. Got a problem with what I'm saying? You know, exhale. Breath one. Oh my goodness. I'm just saying though, to know that they would tell us we came from Africa after shipping us there. Oh, hey, yeah, what's up? You motherfuckers tried to pull a maneuver on us. Yeah, we're all friends. This is America now. We're all friends. Come on. What do you mean, come on? We won the war. The what war? Nigga, you didn't know? No, we was over there getting our ass kicked. We come back and this whole shit is this. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? We won. And that's your president, Theodore Roosevelt. That ain't Roosevelt. That look like a Russian czar. That's one. I digress. I digress. Thought of right the whole time, bro. Fucking thought. I knew I wasn't from Africa. Africa, fucking corporation by the same people who robbed me. How would I be a soulless corporation? And we not from a soulless corporation. That's not one country called Africa, and that ain't Wakanda. Shit. And that ain't no motherfucking Wakanda. Press one. Lord have mercy. It's a damn shame. And while we supposed to be trusting in God and knowing our history, like I'm teaching, best one, we know Rockefeller funded corporate history that don't make no sense, even to the people. They was like, damn, I'm from Louisiana, but I'm really Irish and Russian. Yeah, boo boo. Sorry. A history is gonna wake us up. Press one. Gonna wake your ass. I'm Irish too. Don't worry. What the fuck? It's scary out here. I talk to all my. They say, why you got a driver, Kev? Because all of my drivers from different nations. I was wondering. I just press my app, and we all discuss things. Right, so I get great conversation about international affairs, history lesson, and I get networking possibilities all within a 20-minute dollar ride, 12 miles away. I'm out of here. I get calm, bro. I don't just sit in the back and what out of here. I got people I gotta relate information to. And I want you to know North Africans, they know, everybody know, and for you. That's a damn shame. When everybody waiting on you, everybody. Everybody knows. I just want you to know. Everybody knows. That's how important it is for you.
Must be a position of superior in favor of having the superior position assigned to the white, race. Unquote.
That's been going on since when in the federal government? 1900s.
Now
You see, after all this, they overthrew Wilmington. And then you see, we'll never. You see why they had the attitude. Now we'll never work for these niggas, blackies ever. What do you mean working for? People thought we was slaves. Shut up. Get in line. We were, wait, wait. Y'all was working for us? Yeah, back in line. Shit.
The Essential Civil War curriculum website had a lot of interesting information that I pulled from, and I want to read a quote from one of their essays, kind of discussing this idea of taking these freed African Americans and offering an opportunity for them to colonize these islands. Quote,
Bam.
Lincoln.
So they took the Africans and brought them to America. Sign, y'all, we can't do this. And then sent them to the islands. So you islanders are French and Haitians. You are North Africans as well. And I love y'all, bro. Fuck, bro. Why we gotta do this? Why y'all gotta play with me, bro? I love y'all, G. Don't make me. I don't want to talk about the island boys no more, bro. I don't want to clown no more, bro. I don't want to say shit to make you know that I know. That we all know. Okay? Y'all come from over there. And it's okay. You feel me? Damn. Ooh. Knowing history. It's about truth. That's the thing about this. It's a truth. So the birds can sing appropriately. So the water can be unpolluted. So God can save the planet. That's why. Captain and Planet is all y'all. What the fuck y'all think this is? Fuck y'all cartoons what y'all watching. The Marvel comic heroes, that's you. That's why I was asking y'all, if you could be a superhero, what would it be? Because that's you. No other generation on Earth, nigga, ever had this much opportunity to information like this. Like a strip club throwing out $100 bills. Just but our attention in our community, like in the lowest forms of living, I'm subscribing to all this shit. Same shit. When you hear it, it depresses my day. That's how you know you are having a good time. Good on time, because that shit becomes depressing. Like, give a fuck who telling. I'm having a drink. Or I'm doing something in my life. Right. Cheers. Feel me? How I said tangible proof, Kev. Yeah. And we've always had tangible proof. But now, students, we don't got to be ashamed to think. This is normal to everybody.
Always insisted that the enterprise should remain strictly voluntary,
Look,
but he also considered it a necessary component of the eventual pathway to emancipation.
why? The pathway to emancipation, and it's voluntary. Don't that sound like the Black Star Line? Remember the Black Star Line, Marcus Garvey? Let's go back to Africa. Africa. Where was Marcus Garvey? Haitian by way of France. Exiled where? Where? Who let them free? Walter Plecker, who stole the names, who stole everything from you, got him out of prison and sent them back to France. The American Red Cross was
Patient and genuinely believed that African Americans would come to discover that relocation was in their best interest as well once the project was underway. Elements of racial prejudice and perhaps
this is when they built up North Africa. They was over there building up North Africa, and they remember Liberia? That's American colony. They was shipping people. They was shipping to Africa and then shipping them. This is the slave trade. You can put them in islands, bro. Creating citizens in territories and expanding, eating away at the fabrics of sovereign land, sovereign people, and then brutalized them. And they all were together. Your forefathers were with the Confederates to overthrow the Victorians or the black people of America, Liberia. That's where the Moors say, now watch this. That's where the Moors say, oh, we are America's first treaty ally. Yes. Yes, you are. Yes, because America is this is a science project. That's why. It's a corporate entity, soulless. And then these people are the ones who made amendments and 14th Amendment and 13th. You see the mentality in the people who freed you? You get it? They ain't free you. They made you dead in law and no court, no case. I mean, if you're dead, you can't be convicted of genocide because of double jeopardy. Press one. Woo, that boy could put the Little Wayne face on. Woo, that boy kept cold. Cold, bro. Ice cold. All right. Now, fellas, press one. Ice cold, nigga. None of these brothers even know what's going on, bro. They don't know their history. They lied to y'all and told y'all they was historians. No, boo-boo. They not historians. No. Come here, little shorty. They lied to you and told you they was God body. No, queen. They not God. I'll show you some. I put your little pretty ass in a time machine. You forget what era you was in. Press one. Your life would be, oh shit. This is wrong. Press one. Come here right now. Right there with the J's on. Come here. Let me enlighten you for a quick minute. One. Oh, fuck that. Got to be out there like the Hebrew Israelites, but on some player on that African American shit. I ain't dressing up in garbs, shackles, and belt buckles tied to. Press one. I don't need all that to tell the truth. Jesus Christ died for Gentiles and Israel. Press one. They be mad at me. They be so mad at Esau. Not even supposed to abhorred Edomites. Press one. Pharisee, Pharisee, you are not to abhor. Press one, a Edomite. Let me get them niggas some scripture right now. Bro, leave. Don't be like they was. Press one. Don't be like Esau was to you, bro. Stop, bro. I'm a niggas is area. Press one. This is why America is the greatest ever. That's right. Read. Press one. Exodus. Press one. Press one. Exodus 22 and verse 21. Press read. Do not mistreat an alien or oppress him. For you were an alien in Egypt. Press one. And right here, this is this is 20. This is Exodus 23. You should not oppress an alien, for you know the heart of an alien, seeing you were aliens in the land of Egypt. So aliens don't mean spacecrafts, spaceships, Ben Carson. They even talk about aliens in the Bible. And what they talk about is the old Sumerian tablets. That's what the suffering sucker had. No, the alien is a foreigner. It's like the trust law. If you understand trust law, you understand in God we trust, you would know all that. How you gonna understand motherfucking in God we trust and you don't understand trust law? And you don't trust God. You banging your head in church singing songs. I'm gonna hop it out now. Stomp. Plus one. Sing it with me now. Stomp. Plus one. And ain't nothing get done. All that stumping. God is like, plus one. You in sin. You don't took the law out the church and made allegory Egyptian idols in here. You think God give a damn about how good you can sing? Press one. He got angels who can sing. God is the greatest performer ever created and created itself into himself. You think Michael Jackson something, nigga? Press one. I'm telling you, bro, you're not supposed to do this, my Israelite brothers. You are in I'm judging you right now. You're not supposed to treat alien one like this. You're not supposed to treat them people on, hey, white man, you going to hell. No, you already in hell. That's why your clothes look like that. Beat a beat. Your hair ain't combed. You're wearing Ninja Turtle clothes. You got a thing around it. That's one. You got a thing around it. And you out here judging people. And it clearly say, bro, I'm going to take this to the Hebrew Israelite live on my show and see, brother, you ain't supposed to be doing that to Edomite, bro. Yes, we are, brother. And you think you what's your nationality? What? It say right here in Exodus 25 and 33, the land shall not be sold in perpetuity. I told you this was trust law. Now listen to me. Where's my trust attorney? Where's Glory? Where's Glory? Listen to these words. Listen, if you know the videos that I post, you gotta know it was sold into perpetuity. This is all illegal under Levitical law, bro. This is Leviticus. Bro, let me, bro, I'm undefeated. Greatest one. And listen, you can't even debate me, bro. You don't even try, bro. Smashing, bro. I already stepped on that. Press one. That's Levitical law. I told you already. The land should not be, for the land is mine. For you are strangers and live as foreigners with me. And you can, we this one and we this one. Not by Levitical law. We're all adopted into this because everybody transgressed against the law. Press one. So not one of y'all is better than the next one. Jew nor Gentile, bro. So y'all can pop up fantasies and fallacies if you want to. Washed in the presence of KevRow. Press one. Press one. Easy. All you got to do is go to the law in Leviticus and charge them accordingly. You can sit there for days and argue with the Hebrew Israelites with the power of the road that I get from God, the word, the rod. Press 1. Therefore, this Deuteronomy, where the rules apply. Love the foreigner, for you were foreigners in the land. So this is Deuteronomy, Numbers 15. The community is have the same rules for you and for the foreigner reading amongst you. That's me and Todd. My bad, G. Hold on, sometimes it's jokes, bro. Jokes. My jokes are retarded. That's the shit that had you fucked up at work. What the fuck doing that? It's me and Todd. See, they took the ideals and applied them to America, right? So this is why we're like all here is to live amongst each other with respect and high honor and among and in good standing amongst one another, so we'll be able to present ourselves to the Lord and the law. Let's say we have a Supreme Court matter. Oh, everybody unclean because everybody feel dirty, even in their mind. Well, we can't really do that because I just fucked up and God be and get to the law, bro. And that takes time. Sometimes you gotta unplug the internet. Sometimes you gotta unplug. Shit, look at me. I left my hometown and everybody's still here. You feel me? Sometimes, bro, they gonna be there when you get back, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just need to go somewhere. And I don't give a fuck if it's go to Utah and listen to the mountain spring water and sit back for a minute, G. Because it's all here, bro. Look. Look, so it shall not be sold into perpetuity. That's trust law. So remember I told y'all, your only way to true salvation is through the law. Not allegorical gods of this one and that one. You get caught up in Horus, Isis, Venus, Serena, Venus. You remember Pluto? Press 1. Every Disney god, they're out there, bro. Above the stars. Your brain way up there, bro. And your feet is on the ground. Motherfucker tell me he know about Jimmy Neutron and protons and motherfucking Nephilim. Press 1. Ben Carson is sit is at a Taj. Ben Carson is sit there with his bug looking, fly looking self. Press 1 with no wings. Look like a fly with no he just sit there and he say that shit, bro. I was gonna hit my blunt, bro. And I just put on. Sometimes my shit just on autoplay, and I be like, "Who the fuck is that? 19 keys again and fucking Ben Carson." And he's just like, "Yeah." And then, oh, this happened 3 trillion years ago, and he'll be looking into the camera like he really believes this, bro. You don't even know what happened 100 years ago, bro. You up here fucking with an afro, with a stupid fucking haircut, bro, with a big forehead, looking. Beatles. Bro, talking some intergalactic bullshit. There's one that they ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Nigga just sitting there. What the fuck? You wake up from that, you tell your wife that shit, bro. It ain't no law applied, bro. She gonna go fuck somebody else, bro. You listening to your girl fucking other people because you not a king in your own right, bro. That's why. Because you're not a person of high. You lied like fuck master. Motherfucker, you done fucked up. Said she thought you was smart. Women are programmed to procreate with the best and brightest and smarter, not just most athletic. Oh no, the best and brightest and smartest. Press 1. No fucking most of these women is athletes. They already got that trait. They got it from their daddy be black, bro. They daddies and mamas, bro. You making yourself important where you don't need to be. That's not doesn't make you important. Damn bars, bro. Making yourself important where you don't need to be. Stop arguing and shit, bro. That's not you. Out making life hard. You ever seen white people going camping and shit, bro? Sandals on, bro, with a grill. Got the fucking shit, bro. The water is fucking the wind is blowing. They got stupid little fucking hat. They don't give a fuck, bro. They on. I was like, what wearing them? Oh, what? Them sandals, bro. You gonna scrape your feet on some rocks out there. Talks about them. They walking in life. Ain't nothing about to hurt. Ain't nothing. hey, hey, Angelina Moore, that nigga be talking about. Listen to him. Listen to what we talking about, bro. I don't want to do this to him, bro. But if you listen to Ben Carson in 10 minutes, you're gonna be 3 trillion light years away in the black galaxy where they came here and developed Adam and Eve in a laboratory. Man, I ain't trying to hear none of that.
More pronounced with Lincoln, racial paternalism shaped this belief, although it encompassed an honest
racist paternalism. Remember that's parents patriae. Once again.
Concern for the well-being of Blacks in a post-slavery society, where other and more malicious forms of racial oppression would likely persist in no shortage, unquote. Fast forward a few weeks before the historic contract signing, and Lincoln proposed a constitutional amendment to Congress, suggesting that the colonization of African Americans outside the United States was a good idea. He even included compensation for slave owners who would lose their, quote, property due to emancipation. And now he was searching for a proof of concept, and he considered a couple different colonization plans. I want to read another quote for you. Quote, in August of 1862, Lincoln invited 5 prominent Black men to the White House, the first Black delegation invited on such terms. The topic was simple, that whites and Blacks cannot coexist, and that the separation is the most expedient means to peace. Lincoln encouraged these 5 men to rally in support for an exodus, unquote. This intent is actually even echoed
what?
In a preliminary Emancipation Proclamation, that the effort to
look, they gave them reparation. Look, Taj is on it. Look,
colonize persons of African descent with their consent upon this continent or elsewhere will be continued. Dr. Philip Magnus wrote a book about this.
Only way they can get back was to become 14th Amendment.
This intent is actually even echoed in a preliminary Emancipation Proclamation, that the effort to colonize persons of African descent with their consent upon this continent or elsewhere will be continued. Dr. Philip Magnus wrote a book about this, and I want to quote a little bit from an interview I found where he was talking about the African American community's response to this idea. And believe it or not, it was actually split. There were people who thought this was a good idea and had warmed up.
Your favorite people, the Fusion Party. Oh my. All of these. I told y'all these people. And he looked like Karl Marx. They look like the Black Russians.
To it. And then there are people like Frederick Douglass who disagreed with it vehemently. So Dr. Philip Magnus says, quote, there's a genuine effort on Lincoln's part to market this to the Black community. There are very mixed reactions to it. Some African Americans are outraged by it. Frederick Douglass calls it a silly idea. Shame upon the guilty wretches. We live here, have lived here, and have a right to live here, and mean to live here. Douglass argues that African Americans have a historical presence here, the same as any other American, and why should they leave? Which is a very powerful and valid argument, he says. But Dr. Magnus goes on to say, there are others, though, that maybe don't fully agree to the motivation of Lincoln, but they do believe it's an escape from violence. There are several African Americans, 2 in particular, John Willis Maynard, who's the first African American elected to Congress, and Henry Highland.
I mean, how is this even possible to even this type of propaganda? First African American into Congress.
Garnett, who was a very vocal Black abolitionist pastor in New York City, who were warmer to this idea of African Americans voluntarily colonizing other locations.
When was slavery outlawed again? Under British rule, under the king. They say British rule, under the king. So you're sovereign. So when was it outlawed? Okay then. What's all this?
They believe that maybe they could find somewhere where they would have their rights respected and they could attain better political equality abroad, he says. They liken themselves to the condition of, say, the Irish leaving the famine just a decade earlier, unquote. In April 1862, Lincoln was still of the mind that emancipation and deportation were actually the key to a peaceful United States. But by 1863, he realized that Liberia were really not reasonable for resettlement because they were too far. And Lincoln actually had considered moving the quote whole colored race of slave states into Texas. I had never heard that before. Lincoln supported a bill in Congress that provided $600,000 to, quote, be expended under the direction of the President of the United States to aid in the colonization and settlement of such free persons of African descent. Lincoln settled on Koch's proposal for the island off of Haiti. Here's how it would work. The former enslaved people would work on a cotton plantation. Each family would receive homes, access to hospitals and schools, and after fulfilling a 4-year work contract, they would be granted 16 acres of land there and the
Contract. Slave or contract? Contract slave. Contract slave. Willingly. Which one is this?
wages that they had earned. It was voluntary colonization, but it was highly encouraged by Lincoln and its supporters. On a mid-April day in 1863, hundreds of African Americans hoping for better lives had boarded the Ocean Ranger at Fort Monroe, Virginia.
I think this was forced. Remember, we were asking why black people go that was on these trips never came back. Were deported.
Bernard Koch, an entrepreneur and Florida cotton planter, had promised the roughly 450 new freed Black immigrants on board that in exchange for working on a cotton plantation, they would receive homes, health care, schooling. I want to read a quote from Koch's.
So is this the Haitian Revolution? Wait. I know this. Where does this fought France and fought off the British? That's bruv. Talking about the sugar, cotton. So they just told you they export boom, 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 boom. So where you come in at? How did we go from looking like your little short, quiet Napoleon looking self? That's what. How? You know how? It's called trading places, like Usher said.
Proposal. He said, quote, the intelligent Negro may enter upon a life of freedom and independence, conscious that he has earned the means of livelihood, and at the same time disciplined himself to the duties, to the pleasures, and the wants of free labor.
And you've been under contract this whole time. Russ, you've been under contract. Woo! You ever seen Pirates of the Caribbean? Nigga, you've been under contract this whole time. Look. Sounds like a concentration camp with a company store and a watchtower. Press one. Sound like a watchtower from the Kidnapping Kitties. Press one.
To be a new beginning, a chance at freedom.
And we all know what a company store is. That's how you ended up in debt bondage. You was never able to wake it out of that.
But unfortunately, the mission very quickly turned into an unmitigated disaster.
What happened?
When the ship arrived in early May, over 30 passengers had already succumbed to smallpox. The promised second ship was supposed to carry essential supplies. Never
died
showed up.
Of what?
The reality on that.
Died of what? Smallpox. The other ship never showed. What happened to it? Lost at sea. Everything. It's insured by Lloyd's of London. No fuck. Wake up, America. Candace Owens, bring your little black ass here. Lloyd's of London. The Lloyd's of London, okay, insured the Titanic. Everything that you was on, they insured and wiped you clean.
Island was far from the idyllic vision that they had been sold. Families were sleeping on the ground in makeshift huts instead of the homes that they were promised.
Look. all them people in the world and human zoos. Out of they do now. Got these little propaganda stories, cargo trafficking, and writing history by way of time and like it doesn't even make sense. But you hear that? Lost at sea.
In Cox's self-printed
Sound
currency
like the first Ja Rule festival, huh? Remember that Ja Rule festival? They end up and they were sleeping in tents. Like, what the fuck? Right there. That's what they did, bro.
an exorbitant
They
price
they are communicating this message by way of entertainment, and you're getting involved saying, "Oh, Ja Rule, 50 Cent. That's why he buried that nigga. Ja Rule broke." It's not about Ja Rule, bro. You got to know psychological warfare of what happened. You got to know that so you. They're doing in Germany. Now they are funding them and leaving you out of your own blessing.
in his company's shop left the settlers struggling to make ends meet.
Told you, because the loans, the company shop.
Revolt loomed, tensions were escalating, and Koch fled the scene. By the summer of 1863, the news of the horrendous conditions on the island reached Lincoln's ears. He couldn't ignore the suffering of those that he had believed he was helping. Orders were given. A naval vessel was commissioned to rescue the survivors. In March of 1864,
This is a Red Cross. Come on, G.
the 350 remaining emigrants returned to America. Their dreams shattered as they landed in Alexandria.
Now that's your slave story, bro. Now that's your slave story. Me and Amanda talked about the 300 and 400. What we did all this for 300, 400? You're including yourself. All story, a storyline that's deeper thought it was. It's deeper than 400 years. What is that? This just happened.
Virginia. Lincoln's dream of colonization had failed. As the survivors returned to America, they carried with them the bitter taste of disappointment and disillusionment. Lincoln's grand vision of colonization had crumbled, and with it, their hopes for a better life for all of those brave people who had dared to embark on this ill-fated journey. The failure of this experiment actually left a profound impact on President Lincoln. It became increasingly clear that the solution he had sought was not in removing African Americans from their homeland, but instead working toward true equality and integration.
How could this African? How they do that? You're gonna remove them from their homeland, and we talking about America. That's because you don't became a 14th Amendment citizen, and them bringing them back from what they did. Oh, that's them bringing you from Africa. Oh yeah, you free. So understand what you asking for reparations for. Some people asking for because they know the truth, and others are asking so they can fund the same operation that enslaved you in the first place.
In the United States itself. Although Lincoln's attempt at colonization in the Caribbean was a resounding failure, it offers valuable lessons and insights to the complexities of our shared story and history. It serves as
what's their story? You came from Africa to the Caribbean to America. Now you know you was in America, exiled to the islands, exported to Africa. Press one. See that? They told us we came from Africa. No, you came from here. Exodus to the islands. See, that's why they were trafficking you. It was the pirates. You ever heard that song, Rick Ross? Pirates. The pirates were in association with the federal government to traffic you, to enslave you, because the king given you royalty status. Gave you his sovereign land. George, you ever when Miss Pearly Things when it's Pearly Things said, "Oh, George Washington gave his slaves all of his." That's you. And George Washington was a brother, and he not gave his slaves. He gave his people heirship so they can never be enslaved by the religious church and corporate banking. You fell under 14th Amendment and went right into this.
A reminder that even the most revered figures in history are fallible, like us, and their actions should be scrutinized in the context of their times. It reinforces the understanding that equality and justice can't be achieved through segregation or exclusion. Let's remember this history not as a chance to diminish Lincoln's legacy.
Oh, his legacy is diminished because he was a racist. All leaders of the federal government or the presidents of the bank were Russian, czars, German, Czechoslovakian, Romanovs, Italy, Italian, fascists, axis of evil. Oh, all of that good shit. All of that good shit. Make sure you support the broadcast. My Cash App, cash tag is Gills Gang. I would like to thank Betty Hampton and Jason Harris and Chad Dyson for today's program. Shout out to you guys for supporting this broadcast and enjoying the show. All contributions are greatly appreciated. Shout out to you, Amanda, for posting my links. But yeah, I've learned after the last 4 years that you got to take it slow. You got to make people inquire about. Abraham Lincoln didn't free you. It didn't take 2 years for you to. Oh, bro. That's a story they made up on a set of Roots. Press 1. That became, see, the Romanovs, a.k.a. who you call the Jew, the Romanovs, right? These Khazarians, Romanov, Kaiser. This is the one who holding you hostage. This is the one behind every athlete, the Vlad TV. Always in your business, always trying to own something. So Adam 22. Remember I told you, Adam 22. Like, how could y'all sit there and work for Adam for $200 or $300 a week, bro? What the fuck, bro? You can do your own. This is called YouTube. Y'all allow yourselves, especially the men, to be by other nations of men on platforms that are free. Then y'all try to act like y'all stars on the platform. You come to find out niggas really paying you. What? You feel me? What are we chasing here? I'm not chasing 40, 50,000 views because I know that ain't shit. That's enough to get you some spotlight on Adam 22. But what does that gonna do? Nothing. That whole way of thinking and being at that level is dead. You know, and if your mind is there, there's no way you can be elevated mentally when your mind is in the filth of the internet. Because you need a friend. Ain't no friend down there in mind frame worth you being down there with them. You understand? Like, your mind frame, bro, I'm glad I do what I do. Abraham Lincoln told black people to Haiti. Press 1. Marcus Garvey is not as prominent. I'm not talking about the Haitian people or the North African or the people from Ghana who are pretending to be Chi, like Kwame Brown. Press 1. You feel me? Oh, I'm Geechee. What the fuck does that mean to a Gillespie? Press 1. Nothing. No, absolutely nothing. Press 1. I'm Geechee. What the fuck does that mean? That mean Liberia. That mean West Africa. That mean. It took that nigga to quit basketball to watch YouTube and almost realize Jordan might be your daddy, and your whole career could have been a money laundering motherfucking machine for the NBA. You clone. Press one. What the fuck is a clone? Kwame Brown is a useless person. Press one. Something to throw away. A throwaway human. Press one. Somebody to launder money through. That's it. Fuck is artificial intelligence if it ain't learned nothing? It's a robot programmed like the average niggas is robots. Robots is robot. Press one. Robots is robots. Niggas and everybody robot. What that means? What I do know is Haitians are from Africa. Put there. Right. I always said, what French Revolution did you fight? In what year again? What year was that? Let's go to the French Revolution. Which year did y'all defeat? Who? Hold up. Y'all only defeat them because y'all found a way to sex traffic people. I mean, to traffic the human being. What year was that? Haiti Revolution. See, it's all against you. 1804, Haitian freedom, and they was all Confederates. They all Confederates. See, when you know your history, all time immemorial history can exist, bro. Press one. Yeah, but that's why the white men tell you their history real quick. Oh yeah, the Haitian when they denounced the French. Oh yeah, they worked with the French to get you up out of here. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh no, they been on them islands, man. They was fighting right now with the French, and then they fought for their freedom. They ain't got no freedom when they owed France all that damn money after they fought for their freedom. After you beat them up, you don't owe them nothing. Talking about after listen, Haiti, you don't owe them nothing. Beat them, remember? So why was y'all country in so much poverty? Cause, cause trafficking was made what? Left them a whole slave state. Look, and they birthed on numbers. Look, he's like little rabbits. Look, a whole slave state, bro. A whole slave state, champ. Then they gonna send the Red Cross to pick them niggas up and come back and say, look, from Africa. Come on. Free. When these are the original habitats of this organic people of this land. So one thing is for sure, two things are certain. History must be it's better entertaining, interactive, great understanding. Glad that we be keeping it professional here because you know it could be worse. It could be a lot of trolling. 424 209 9506. Area code 424 209 9506. My phone lines are open for anybody who got any questions about this topic. I would love to continue this conversation if you do, because this is a great, again, this is being proven right in front of you. So we've been studying this whole time. 424 209 9506. I'll wait for you guys. Yeah. And then we'll go on to another subject. Who is this? Hello? Oh, this Taj. Hold on. Let me connect you real quick, bro. Hold up. Hold up. All right. You good? Oh shit. I mean, I'm talking about the most crucial part of history right now. It's all showing itself right in front of us. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah, once you put that title up yesterday, man, I went into research mode, man. And yeah, it's like that smallpox thing. Yeah, so they wasn't lying. They was just out of line with history when they was talking about they gave smallpox to the natives. You know what I mean? Even though they tried to
Bingo.
say they was doing the Asian and all that. So that yeah, they've been
Bingo.
playing with this biological warfare for a
Yes.
long time.
Yes, sir.
Fauci wasn't the first one. He is a father. That's all it is.
And so, like you
But
just said, I want the people to know they're doing biological warfare on you this whole time. That's Red Cross. They was shipping you by what? Come on, them steamships.
right on,
Yes, sir. Go
right
ahead.
on. In my research, what I came across was the American Colonization Society. Um, that links to like Liberia, Marcus Garvey. It was prior to Marcus Garvey, but you know what I mean. It devolved into other ones like the Mississippi Colonization Society and the Kentucky Colonization Society is just two that I found, which also have states in Liberia. They got Mississippi in Liberia,
Oh,
Kentucky in
they got sister
Liberia,
sets.
along with
They got sister
Maryland.
cities.
This
Ah!
they've been doing this, man. So
This is the
yeah, they're
theft.
doing the same
Oh
thing
my
right
goodness.
now as they always did.
This-
Yes, sir.
So they're in the act right now.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
Still doing it, man. Still doing it. And who are the people that's running it? It's these criminals that come from these other places that get kicked out of their own spots for pedophilia, sexual assault, whatever it is, drug trafficking, all of these things that you should not be doing according to Title 8, Title 42 to get into this country.
Come
so
on.
How is you even here? Yeah, that's man, bro.
Now you see why all these nations is upset at Title 42 and shit like they had to bring that down. And Trump is be right back. Oh yeah, there's a big change coming to America, and it's a lot of us that's going to be on top after that. That's for sure.
Trust indeed. Jubilee, Jubilee, Jubilee.
Yeah, they can't stop. They can't even
Jubilee.
stop it. So you said the
bro.
American
It
Relief
was
Construction Act, or what was that you was talking about?
The American Colonization Society. So basically, this is prior to even Marcus Garvey, but in states like Mississippi and Kentucky, which it devolved into, they were getting the so-called African Americans to sign up for this thing so they can go, like prior to Haiti, they were trying to get these people to go to Africa, specifically Liberia. And they were trying to, you know what I mean?
They was trying to create the United States. They was trying to create the United States in Liberia.
Yeah, they got the Serapis flag over there too.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So it's the same exact thing, man. So they up under the same. It's crazy, man. Because as I'm seeing it with my Gills goggles on. So it's just like I see through it. I see through it kind of in a way that is like, I hear what you're saying, but this is what you're really saying. And like, they being honest halfway, bro. Half truths, bro. That's all they tell.
Yeah, they start diving into time immemorial storylines and pattern when it's like, they don't even make. Once they dive into that, you can feel it. That your time is off. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back.
Right. And it's like stuff don't even make sense. It's like some of the things that they coming up with and conceiving it's hard for somebody that's in time to really like just jive with that. That don't vibe with me. Like, what everything that you're saying is like, I could tell that you're lying. I know I've been around liars, thieves, and all types
all
of
our
other
whole
criminals.
lives and shit.
So I know what it sound like. I know what it look like.
I know what I feel like when a nigga lying and shit. Jeez.
Yeah, bro. So that's the thing. It's like even over there they got like Greenville in Liberia, but like that right there was totally new to me. Like just seeing that they had, they had the Victorian, or I don't know, I'm not even sure. Like I think what you were saying were like the basically like 14th Amendment type, like Africans were over here and they were getting shipped over to Haiti, or they were shipping like the victors over
No,
there.
look.
I'm not
This is
sure.
this is what I think they were doing. This is just a hypothesis because this is the only thing that makes sense. They were raising up the federal government, which was only allowed to operate under a certain jurisdiction, and workers were bringing these Africans over here and making. I don't know if there was 14th Amendment or they was just slaves. The point is, we are not a part of that. That didn't happen to us until after the fact, after the usurpment. You see what I'm saying? Like the freemen wouldn't have went through this because you're talking millions of them. You're talking 50 million plus people, and we just found we're listening to 400, 500.
Right.
So that story, I'm not saying it's totally false. What I'm saying is they were doing that and bringing them. The federal government allowed it because they were allowed at islands. That's why they're allowed to operate on the islands. That's what make them pirates. The Washington, all of their territory is like off. It's kind of like off. Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. They're all like Honolulu. They're all given jurisdiction of the water and islands come and go. An island may be there for 100 years, and then the motherfucker's water came up and drowned him. Yeah,
underwater.
Yeah, because it's never there. So that's why you're underwater, because you're under maritime law, which is the water, the land. That shit. As if water can come up and submerge you. That's why they always giving you those prophecies of 2021, the flood that's going to flood LA or New York and this one and this one. It's kind of traumatizing because we know about the flood. Bingo. So I'm not saying that didn't happen to those people, and they've been paid gracefully. Tamika Mallory, all this Black Lives Matter shit. Most of these people are foreigners asking for reparations. You know what I'm saying? So think about it. My thing is, after they began this process and usurped our nation, they labeled us black, put us in there, transporting us. These are all slave ports.
Right on. And that's the thing, right?
Because the pirates know the wind of the water. They knew how, like the Moors, they knew how to surf the water through the wind and the stars, and they voyagers. They always moving and sailing.
Yeah,
and boom.
They know the ebbs of ocean. They know which route to take.
Bingo.
You know.
A Moor was on the boat with Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus is a ship sent by the Pope. So nigga, they with them. Moors are of the Pope, operatives of the Pope.
Right on. Dagon. Oh, like the Dagon.
Bingo.
Like the Dagons that they were speaking about back in Joshua.
Bingo.
Yeah.
And don't the black people, don't the Pan-Africans say our ancestors Dagon? The white man just want us to.
Yeah.
Bro, they worship.
All up under the fish head. The fish head, like the Pope head. Like the Pope
I told you, bro. They all the same. It's the same beast. It's the beast you were just talking about. Osmodeus. As Osmodeus. Remember you sent me that Greek
yes. Bro, yeah, and that's all of the things. That's all of the allegory language that's being spoken.
Bingo.
That's all the allegories right there. And like you saying, like Billy Carson and them, they come in and they act like, you know what I mean? They talk about Atlantis and Emerald Tablets.
And remember
and
this?
Stuff like that.
It's all fucking made up storyline. Don't mean shit. And why your land and your law, they worried about goddamn 20 trillion years ago. Exactly, bro. It's all wonderland, wanderlust. All and they get after our women. And then tell women we are gods because the first creator was not actually the father. It was this. And then this goes back to the Sumerian text. And then now the sisters is biting the apple, take it from the tree. They all into Kabbalah magic and all witchery and don't know themselves. So you know all this, but don't know who you are. Then how you know them your ancestors?
Right on.
Go ahead, King.
It's all about the settler, bro.
That's right.
It's all about the settler. And it's like once I started digging into the Black's Law and getting into Black's Law and looking at things that like seeing how the settler is the same as the grantor and understanding what a trustee is and understanding who what the heir is.
Yes.
It's like I'm like my mind is expanding right now, and I'm to the point where I'm like, wow, this is crazy. The game that and it's hard not to get upset, and that's why I appreciate you allowing us to laugh and stuff. And,
yes.
And giving
you see, I start taking more time off and let it marinate a little more because it'll make your head pop and it'll cause frustration. I don't want you to be frustrated because knowledge and wisdom is like I said, is understanding is all good for the soul. You feel me? It's all good. Everything is good.
Righteous.
No, it's
and
unsettling.
That's bro. Like you got me to the point now where you know what I mean. I got my life preserver on now, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm here and I see things and I'm researching and I'm having fun. I found a way to make it entertaining and have fun with it.
It's exciting. It's exciting. It's exciting.
And relating everything, just back and forth, going back and forth through time traveling, bro.
Like I told you, like I
really
said,
superhero
that's a cold time traveling machine I got niggas in. Cause to be honest, we right this whole time, really just being, like I said, rolling backwards, watching the projection forward, like television, like a television set. Once you know what you've been through. And shit, like Tupac say, staring at the world through your rear view. Once you know, you'll understand, like, damn, it's right in front of us. This whole, and yeah. Now look at all the shit that we unveiling that's being right in front of us. Wasted a lot of time in our lives propping up the wrong shit. When we could be a lot further than we are if we just focus.
But it's the thing though, Kev, it's like, yo, you know, like coming up, like really growing up in the 90s and stuff like that and listening to rappers that had, you know, they had some complex metaphors and bars and stuff like that. That trained us to be able to understand what is being said, like what is the underlying things that is being said, the subliminal things that's being said. We able to break down things like no other culture can, bro.
Facts.
Like that's us, and these people that's newbies, that's new to this land. They can't, like, they might be able to do certain things, and they might have to be able to have a certain look. It ain't quite the same, but similar. But they can't do what we do, bro. We special like that.
Yeah, with the bars and breaking shit down and re-strategizing the same shit sound even more simplistic, so average man can say, "Damn, that shit touched me right there." You know, it's like that. So I take the same aspect from battle rappers. This shit, you know, because that's what Sarnetta won't. Sarnetta over there like, bring them debates. But you got a nigga over here that's like, fuck a debate. This is the info. Because ain't no nigga fucking with this. Not over there. Not over there neither. I ain't found one person.
Ain't no debate because they can't speak on this plane, bro. They can't speak on this plane. And if you get them into this box, they can't, like, bro, they can't mess with me. I know way beyond a shadow of doubt. They can't come nowhere close. They can't even touch the garment, bro.
They can't touch
the garment, bro.
I told them I'm gonna let my little homies ride on y'all, bro.
Bro, they falling out, bro. They fall out in your presence, bro. That's why they gotta try to clown, bro. Like, for real, bro. They can't get with it, bro. And that's why they talking about some time immemorial stuff that you can't prove in law. You talking about all of these gay Egyptian gods, man? Enough of that, man. I don't come from that, man. You might come from that. Y'all got that look about y'all. Y'all got that look to you. So, hey, man, all that lisping stuff that y'all speak with and stuff like that, y'all can have that.
Y'all got
it. You know what I mean? That's not for me though.
That's funny, man. Anything else, Taj?
Bro, that's all, man. I don't want to take it off topic, bro. One love, bro. Keep doing
One
your
love.
thing.
My man, Taj in the building. Like I say, bro, the students gonna get you. That I feel like I'll be flying around here in a time machine. Exactly. Interested now for him to have direction like that. Like, damn, damn. And it's like no compass. It's here, there, right there, over there, over big quantum. Once you get the pattern, it's like now you in. Now you in. Yo, when you thinking so on with this history, horrid shit, and then that music come on, it can be R&B. This is gonna hit on the topic. That's what they was talking about. Those are the epiphanies. Music somehow trans. You know how they say the love language is music? That's a language, bro. That's language. Music is a whole experience. Fuck experience, yeah. That's why you go to some female's house, they already got the candles lit. Motherfucking music on. Banging, bro. You oh shit right now. Press one. You already know. What's up? Love that shit. Man, I love us and our awakening state. You know, we the worst people at that beastly. We some cold people. But in our spiritual self though, some of the best people. Not the most we at the end, we are some of the blessed. And spoiled. We so blessed that's how. But God loves us. That's the beauty of it. God love. We look, we just talked about one subject. Abraham Lincoln telling you Haiti. Telling you to Haiti. Okay, and that was just an experiment. So let's go. Let's go. This is where Taj was like, so Haitian, what happened? All before the overthrow. They all plan things. This is about the trust. So they're creating historic history in order to implement law after the coup. That's French for overthrow. Coffee and Kush TV on the air. Oh, wait. There. Try it one more time. Let me try it one more time. Are you there? Caller, are you there?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I'm
What's your name? Where you calling from?
here. This is Desiree. Can I contribute to the conversation?
Uh, sure. If you got something to contribute, go ahead.
I do. I want to say I have heard more rap per show than in my whole life, and I like it. I do have Tupac, the two CDs, but I like it. I'm learning to appreciate it. So thank you for that. The other thing is because so much information being downloaded, and I have been revisiting the archive for some of your past stuff, and it's intriguing. And the other thing is, my mind wouldn't stop working, so I sort of concocted a rap song today.
Yeah. Just history class. Not whatever. Like, yeah, that's a shame. Pray for that. Get her mind right. Dropped the bomb on on me, Gabin, baby. See, you dropped a bomb on me. What's the bomb? The atomic bomb. Wasn't that what it was called? The atomic bomb? Yeah, the atomic bomb. That happened to you. Coffee and Kush TV, KevRow. KevRow University, you on the air. What up?
All right, we got disconnected. Can I tell you what my rap?
No, I'm hung up. I hung up because I'm not interested in rap songs. I'm more interested in what's going on. I thank you for your time, but I don't really need you calling into my show. I'm focused on Abraham Lincoln, Haiti. You may be a Haitian. You may be trying to distract me from my program. I'm not here to be your friend or hear rap songs. I'm here to do my show, have a peace of mind, live my life. Press one, atom bomb. Look at that. Atom. And now we're talking about, look at that. The atom bomb. And look at what not just talking about the black atom? And ain't black atom radioactive? Press one. Can crack destroy black atom? Coffee and cushions. TV, you on the air. What up?
What up, man? What's going on? Is I call myself ATL, but public knowledge from ATL. What's going on, KevRow?
What up?
Yeah, I'm just calling to give flowers, man.
I don't want no flowers. I want Abraham Lincoln in Haiti. I don't want no damn flowers.
I wanted to, man. I'm trying to feel.
Bro, get up out of here. I don't care about no flowers. I care about that. I get flowers from women. I don't care about no brothers from ATL trying to give me no damn flowers. I get flowers from women, nigga. Real flowers. No damn flowers from you. I don't need you to tell me how great I am. I already know. So I don't need no flowers from no nigga. What I need is you niggas to wake up in law, yeah, and understand it. Since you can't, a nice topic is at hand. Relocating freed slaves, the overthrow of America, all this great conversation. Want to talk? Press one. That's how you know brothers ain't got no life. That's how you know they ain't got no life. They'll spend their whole life playing, wanting to be Kevin Gillespie. They want to be, but they can't. So now they don't got nothing to do. Press one, because we don't graduated. Now we not in that space no more. See, the bungalows is further back now. They way down the hall to the left. Yeah, we gone, champ. You can't speak correctly as a man. I don't want you. That's as simple as that. I get enough support. That's just sufficient whenever I need time of my needing. I am not in no press one. I'm not in no YouTube race. I'm not trying to be your best friend, YouTube. Hey, my friend, I got my support group. And bro, I'm a small YouTuber. Shout out to Taj. He just contributed to this program. Who else? Chad Dyson for that Straighten It Out. Bo Cat for the brightest information on earth. And Bo Cat put in parentheses, you bozos stop calling the professor before we line you niggas up and take you into the back of the building and make you expose your rage. Nipsey Hussle. Press one. Shout out to Bo. Niggas say you can't write all that on Cash App. Oh, what's that? It says in small print, Francois been lying the whole time. Shout out to Francois. No, Francois, and he wasn't lying. Okay, emancipation is our fight back to the Americas. It's tied in with the Black African. We're all tied in. You know what I'm saying? And it was all for a reason. We're all like hooked in to this from the islands to back home to Africa. And I think the internet provides the space to develop the conversations back and forth for our brothers that's on the islands, whether they're in the DR, whether they're in Haiti, whether they're in Puerto Rico, whether they're in Ghana, whether they're in South Africa, North Africa, Morocco, Liberia, or any. I don't want nobody to get this confused. Us African Americans, we crazy as shit, but we love everybody. That's why we identify with everyday body. Press one, because we love everybody. Even I told y'all in the scripture, we not allowed to abhor alien. Y'all, you should know that. That's Levitical law. So they usurped God's legal, his law, his land, his nation, his people. I'm not just telling you on some Hebrew Israelite. I'm proving it to you. It ain't no getting around who you really are. You motherfuckers can live in the stars and live over there in nothing, but God is gonna make it so much harder at your stiff neck for turning that stiff neck and them chicken head ass to a rebellious spirit like Melanie King. Put all these pharmaceuticals in your face and in your hair and wear all these things and all the backdoor conniving shit we do in the hoods. We got to give all that back to the 14th Amendment and the 13th Amendment. The whole criminal lifestyle, you have to give it back. You cannot ask for reparations in a criminal mindset. You're not deserving of reparations in a criminal mind. Because you're gonna be a criminal at the highest. And you're not finna turn. This wasn't done. God didn't bring you this far for you to get reparations and become a super crip all of a sudden. You know, crips are crippled. Crip is short for crippled. And you know, cripples cannot inherit the kingdom. Neither can bloods. Press one. So you can put angel wings on your back. You can put Jesus' picture over your head like this. When you at the funeral, you can let these little witches and warlocks paint your picture real good, but then nothing is going to be true. It's going to lie. That's a lie. You're not in the clouds flying around. Bro, that's a lie. Who told you you was going to heaven? Your family and the white man. The Pope. Who told you was going to heaven? Who told you? Who told you that? Who told you that? That just let you know y'all believe in Egyptian gods, Egyptian mythology, deadness. Press one. Osiris, y'all believe in that stuff. Just admit it, bro. Come clean, bro. That's what come clean is about, bro. Remission of sin. Come clean. Admit your guilt. Liar. Press one. You can say, oh, bro, don't do us like that. Bro, I'm doing us like that, bro. All of us, bro. All of us. Even me. I'm in there too, bro. Come on. Black and Silver say Serapis. Airbrush wings don't say. Now, that's how you do it, Taj. That's the only type of trolling I want. Airbrush, that nigga's a cold ad lib. Hey, yeah, he said airbrush wings don't get you in the gates. That ain't true. Because you go to the swap meet and tattoo your hood a day does not mean, bro. And I had to learn all this. Like, damn, all this is all of it. Yeah, bro. All of it. All that is tied to trauma when you ass shit. That's all. That's why the greatest moments of our time, of our lives, fam, is when we were little kids, ice cream truck. Maybe you was in New York on a fire hydrant. And we watched these movies thinking, I had to learn East Coast culture. Like, damn, that's real. Look at this shit. Y'all really loosened up the water hydrant like that? Like that. That shit, that movie. All them actors all in New York, the pizza place. Oh boy, got shot outside the pizza place. You need some brothers on the wall. Press one. I finally watched that shit. Like really watched it. What's the name of that fucking movie all of us watch, but really ain't paying no? Hit that like button. Do the right thing, bro. Do the right thing, bro. I watched it. I remember as a kid. You don't really watch that. Watched it, but it was like whatever. Now I watch it like, damn, this shit is deep. America is really a melting pot. A whole bunch of races, bro. But you absolutely right. Well, I think that's it. Shout out to my man Taj for calling in. Abraham Lincoln, uh, uh, emancipation, Exodus. Remember, I told you we got Exodus. There's an Exodus from African Americans to Liberia by way of he sold you for free and relocated you and allocated your lands to all foreigners. And we all know this land cannot be sold in perpetuity, for it can only be leased to these people. You see, that goes back to the trust. So once, oh my goodness, oh my, the amount of conversation we're supposed to be at, family, is I don't even want to leave the air because go. Coffee and Kush TV on the air. What up? Oh, hung up. Yeah, I don't even want to leave the motherfucking air. Oh, don't. I get great support. I love it. And I don't, but what's important is brothers, brothers. If your redemption was you learning the law and explaining, being able to explain yourself, could you really do it? Could you really do it? Could you really be able to learn the language that makes you redeemable from yourself? From yourself. Off in Kush TV, you on the air? What up?
Listen, this is Deborah from Florida.
What's going on, Deborah?
Well, I have a little bit of notes from the American Colonization Society with Liberia
Go ahead.
and the Kentucky in Africa Society in 18. They delivered the Kentucky legislature law to make it legal what they had already been doing in the Clay Ashland Society, which was created by Henry Clay from his plantation in Lexington.
Oh my goodness.
He bought 40 square miles, and there was a law that you could not emancipate your slaves without them having a skill. I believe that's where some of the Thornton work camps went
Yes.
on. If you had land, died. I just don't believe they did anything with you that killed you once they got your name.
Yeah, right.
The others were the chief of Lincoln. Mary Todd's sister.
Go ahead.
One of them was a mayor, Alfred Russell, became a mayor of, I believe, Liberia. His lineage, it looks like.
So let me ask you a question. A lot of these first black from these specific American sounding states can be really from Liberia because they emancipated them and then sent them to a place that was built up by who? The Hellfighters, the real Black National Guard of the Americas at the time. So they built that up so the black folk can have a. See how that went?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
This is African Nova Scotia.
Derek, 1820?
1840, African Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia. Go ahead.
Yeah, so they sent them everywhere, just everywhere, and then brought them back in controllable Red Cross camps. Every place you was a military base with a Red Cross camp with sorting cellars. Anybody who worked at the base was a you didn't get to work at the base unless you was one
military police.
Yeah.
Yes.
You were the military police wherever you went. After 1812, they had a protectorate removed. I believe your government at the time said that we cost here at $4, but if it was imported, it had to be $5. A tax added, a major tariff to control the movement. And if you own a place over there, and you don't have to.
Oh, so they started taxing. So what American history? It's more like Liberian history.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, because oh my goodness, yes.
It's so residing to be repealed. Kentucky had a non-importation law in 1833 that Kentucky did not ratify, but you were allowed to bring your slaves in there as long as you used it for your own purpose. But in 1849, they had opening slave pens right there in the middle of Kentucky. every major town had a slave pen. So in 1849, it seems like they were doing major sending the men out.
This is probably why they said they were off the coast of the west coast of Africa, because that's where Liberia is. So they saying the slaves were being shipped from the west coast of Africa, but it was really just oh my goodness. Oh, and this is more recent again. This is more recent than the 1600s. Go ahead.
We're getting real close to recent.
We getting real close to recent.
I have seen the name King. I have seen him.
Yes, man.
The name David. Yes, sir. It has here in 1845, Jefferson County, Mississippi, Ross Mansion burned down, and a dozen or so, the newspaper said a dozen or so people were lynched. The case was about the sale of the mansion, so the money would go to free the slaves and send them 300 of them to Liberia, where they would become Americo-Liberians in 1845.
In their own state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Ross's
So they wouldn't be black in law. I mean, they wouldn't be refugee their own state. Go ahead.
Yeah. Ross's grandson reacquired.
And then they fucking, and that's how they were able to break into the trust, steal the name.
Yes.
Then everybody started coming by way of the west coast of Africa, northwest coast of Africa. Even white folk, Italians, Polish, they came right with them, and all this was happening at Ellis Island.
Yes, sir. The invading forces, which I'm sure my family had to come from, they have no honest history. They have nothing they can be proud of in their history. And
right, I get what you're saying. History. But of course, their origin will have to derive on this land from those ships that was arriving from North Africa and West Africa, and all that is pretty much Europe control.
Yes, sir. And all of these places, they call them together the Pepper Coast.
The Pepper Coast.
Yeah.
Salt and
I'm
pepper.
going to stop there. I don't have much more. We go into Lincoln not wanting to make equal but separate races. And that was a lady had already called in about that.
Because they have to make them they have to make those laws black and white. See, and we all know that white is many races of different Euro cultures. There's no one white race, and there's no one black race. So you can see the word play be removed from sovereign freeman and whatever identity everybody else is to a more black and white. And black is this and white is a more superior. See, that's Adolf Hitler style. You wonder where Hitler got this from. Go ahead. He said America. Look. Go ahead.
Yeah, he sorted the people. He had a plan. The plan came from Albert Pike.
Go ahead.
It was written long, long before they started it.
Yes.
When I was a child, I heard the song, My Uncle Pike, over and over again in the car. And it's like I finally went and looked what Uncle Pike was. And he's a horrible invader from, the Russians.
Yeah.
The Romanov.
Oh, the Romanov, once again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The Cypre doctrine that she had called in about, if after all heirs are dead, don't give the money to an extinct charity, but make a replacement estate to donate the remainder.
A minor. Oh my goodness! Wait, Deb. Fucking Deb. Wow. This is dealing with the creation of a separate estate that you can launder the money through a humanitarian effort. And what did you call that? And what was you about to say?
Cypre doctrine that I heard the lady call in, I believe yesterday or this morning, and was looking into it and just saw the separation of the color of law right there in the Cypre doctrine. And black is dead and white is alive. Period. It has, it's the color of law, the spirit of law.
Oh.
They they look at me on my license and it says mulatto somewhere in the past. So they go ahead and deal with the letter of the law instead of the spirit of the law, which my father would get. My father always got the spirit of the law because he looks like Santa Claus, and I don't.
Insane.
On record, on their public record. Anyway, let's see. We're in Sacred Doctrine and 14th and 13th Amendment. 13th Amendment genocided your people.
Yes.
14th Amendment, let us play with the money.
Yes.
I don't want to play with the money, sir. I've turned in my Social Security disability. I've been trying 4 years to get off of it. My family wanted me on the $1,600 tip forever, where they control it and I'll be a minor. And I caught your program just in time, sir. Just in time, sir. And now I don't have to have their claws in. I can rise above through God, through the trust of Jesus Christ in my heart, knowing that the brain is coming. Thank you, sir, for letting me be in the back of the room.
Oh, you up front now. Thank you, Deb.
Bye-bye.
Well, you're up front now. Yeah. So what she said was the remainder. Press one. So that it was the remainder balance. Maybe she can call me back and reference what she meant by the remainder. But we're talking balance sheet and blah, 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 blah. Maybe she can call back. I wanted her to touch on the remainder conversation. And that goes back to Neo and the architect. And he told him his life was that of, it was a remainder of an unbalanced, perfect, pretty much a spreadsheet. Let's listen to him. Let's listen to him. Hold up. Let's go. Let's go. Because it's all about the keys is the information. You get the information, you'll be able to unlock many doors. You'll be able to unlock many doors with the right information. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air. What up?
Hey, Kev, it's Tosh calling right back.
What
Bro,
up?
all right. This is now sparked something in my mind with that call you just had with Dad. The Free State of Jones. You remember that movie from like a couple years back? It was talking about, and I got to go back and watch the movie, but the Free State of Jones was, all right, where my mind is at now, that's why I say I got to go back and watch it. It's almost like they whitewashed the movie, and the people that were in Mississippi that were fighting against the Confederacy, to me, it sounds like the survivors or the remaining people that was there in Mississippi that knew what it actually was.
Yes.
And they knew what they was fighting for, and they was going up against the Confederacy, teaming up with the Union.
Facts.
All right. Yeah, I gotta go back and watch the movie. I just wanted to add that real quick, man, because that I was inspired, man. So I'm falling back, bro.
My man. Oh my goodness. Great info. Great time. What a fine time to be alive. What a fine time to be alive. We're talking about the remainder, bro. And that's, again, we're talking balanced budgets. Don't be thinking the Matrix like spooky or some metaphysical flying around shit. All that shit is happening in his brain. Y'all forget that in the Matrix, these motherfuckers was in that damn they was asleep in them pods. I mean, they was really asleep in those pods. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air? What up?
How you doing, Mr. Kev?
What up
I
with
was
it?
calling about the burnout, about the African Americans that was transported to Haiti.
Go ahead.
Uh, yeah. If y'all would look into is under the history. In 1863, Abraham Lincoln had got together with black leaders to do the colonization.
Yes.
It was called the Koch, Koch.
Koch, yeah.
The Koch Agreement. What had happened was it wasn't successful because everything that they had promised those black people, the immigrants, when they relocated them over to Haiti, they had promised them to give them food, shelter, housing, and housing.
Yeah, they're acting out of hospitality because it's actually the Red Cross. Go ahead.
But when they got there, it was just a mess. The place was infested with some kind of bug called trigger bugs.
Oh.
And what happened was the people became so irate. Those people that was colonized there, they had to be shipped back to America. And what they had allocated money is like $338,000 to that project.
And old boy just disappeared.
Yeah, to leave. But it was in conjunction with, you have Frederick Douglass was involved.
Yes.
He was one of the black leaders that had met with the president, and they said other black leaders. I don't know who the other black leaders is because they don't define them. But what had happened was they had got so irate about the situation that they had been put in. So these people were volunteers. They weren't what you say, made to go.
Yes.
They were promised the ability to be free.
Yes.
In a place and to, have the normal freedoms of a people. But what they was promised and what they got was two different things. And then out of all of that money that had been allocated for that project, they only used 38,000 of it. So I don't know where the rest of the money went.
In the film we just watched, they said they ran off with the money. They just ran off. They don't know what happened.
So the actual money from the government, they only gave out the 38,000. They only paid. They only gave those people that amount of money. They never got the rest. That money went back to America. So the bottom line was, Abraham Lincoln was kind of upset because the project didn't work. But in his own mind, he never thought that black and white would ever coexist together in one place. So
I don't know why he would think that. I don't know why he would think that. That's such a racist mentality because they existed before Washington, during Washington, and after Washington together.
Well, probably because of the mindset that had occurred with the 1924 didn't come into existence. The 1924 Racial Integrity Act didn't come into existence until like almost 100 years later.
Yeah.
But I think they had always that once they had gotten to America and had infiltrated into all of their political systems.
That's right, into society, to the fabrics of society.
They just co-opted what was here.
Yes.
So the bottom line was, we've been infiltrated, and we've been infiltrated ever since.
Yes, ma'am.
Because it's continuing to do the same thing, but we under the guise of liberty and democracy and all these other words.
Right.
They're bringing in other nations to undermine the natives
That's right.
that have been here. So I guess it would have to be a joint effort for all the people of color,
yes,
or people that believe in liberty or
that's
whatever,
right.
that we have to see as a people that this is what has occurred
Yes,
and
ma'am.
is continuing to occur. And the problem is that we don't own the airwaves, we don't own the media,
That's right.
we don't write the books, and all those things were put in place to suppress the knowledge.
That's right.
So that we could not see and divert our attention from what is actually occurring. But the truth of it is, I believe that there are more of us here, but we just, what you say, don't know the law and ignorant. And each time is like a quote unquote whitewash.
That's right. And not only that, a lot of us are afraid to speak for the sake of maybe being wrong, but the act of speaking itself sharpen you up. But learning how to speak is she didn't just wake up and started saying this. She went through a whole life experience to know this. So pick it up. Go ahead, Queen.
But the bottom line is what you're saying. Time is on our side.
That's right.
But when the time is erased, like what you say, that the corpus mentis or the mental whatever
yes,
they do,
ma'am.
put us in the fairy tale world.
Yes.
We lose track of time.
Yes.
And each time they inject a trauma,
yes,
we lose track of our own history.
Come on now.
It's not that what you said, the title of your program today, if everybody would just Google it, you would find that what you're saying is true. The problem is it never was presented to us in that way.
That's right.
The whole issue of a nation is kind of ridiculous. A nation tries to get rid of a certain amount of people, don't make no damn sense. When you think about that 42, and then there they talking about, we're going to eliminate the 42. And they got all these people coming in through the borders.
Yes.
And it's like insanity. It's insanity in the sense that this is what has been happening all the
time.
But it's at a point where it affects those people that were deemed privileged are affected by the policy of the government.
That's right.
So their hair is standing on end.
Yep.
Because they realize that the same thing that happened to us is beginning to happen to them.
That's right.
And that is the great fear. And they talk about these resets and all this other kind of stuff when they find out that these people came from other countries. But the countries that they came from had problems.
That's right.
The ones that came on Ellis Island.
That's right.
And then I used to look at those pictures where they show a bunch of people looking at a man at the end of a rope being killed.
That's
like
right.
That. And you can eat your breakfast, your dinner, and your
That's
lunch
right.
and think that's something great.
That's right.
But the bottom line is they weren't Americans.
They weren't American at all, sister. These are all Title 42 folk. So how you gonna get rid of them? And when you hear by way of Title 42, is what the sister is saying. But I digress. Go ahead, Queen.
So the bottom line is, you better open up your damn mind.
That's right.
The white man better open up his.
That's right.
Because the white man that comes from Ukraine is a Nazi.
That's right.
And he was bred to be a Nazi.
That's right.
They had a bunch of little people walking at the National Mall talking about the patriot and the nationalism. But they don't have the slightest idea that them same people that's coming from Ukraine look at them as disdain, and they look at them as contaminated.
Come on.
Contaminated white people because you done broke.
And poor. They think the lowest of these white folk, they don't convert it into soldier. And these might be some of the coolest people on earth you can meet. But the mindset, because I know my people be some of the brightest, but the way they being conditioned and programmed make them devils. So whether they Nazis, black devils, black Nazis, white Nazis, same spirit. Go ahead, Queen.
So the bottom line is that the trap has been set. And that Mickey Mouse got a trap that's trapping the people. And he up there ruling the kingdom.
Hey, can you believe that?
And the bottom line, if they can't see that it's a mouse that's in charge, when you got somebody that's in the head we know that always stumbling, fiddling with them little children.
Come on.
And we say, oh, our prayer. I ain't say what he said. That's our. And you can look in the front in your eye and see the man commit the crime of fondling.
That's right.
People. That's an assault. That's assault.
That's right.
For a poor man.
That's the Dalai Lama need to be brought in and put on Cuba. Donald Trump need to put them.
That done happened 20 years ago, and then somebody else is stand in front of the American public and do the same thing.
Come on.
And don't get charged.
Come on.
What's wrong?
Come on.
The bottom line is all our Caucasian brothers and sisters that live on this land better wake the hell on up, because they're going to be taken over by the people that's coming over here, the new America.
The new policemen.
And the new America don't include us.
That's
because
right.
We knew what it was to be free.
That's right.
Them people coming, they don't know nothing.
They don't know nothing about no freedom. They don't know what it is like to fight for freedom. They don't know nothing about it. The only thing they know is march, Boy Scout orders, and execute.
And execute.
That's it.
That's the honest to God truth.
And you wonder why that black man was on the subway being choked out that way is because this is what the life is set up for us. Go ahead, sister. I digress.
And the bottom line is the reason why that guy was choked out because they trying to get the mindset back in the 1920s.
That's right.
And the time that they went, and the little boy supposed to whistle at a woman, and the other man on the elevator, and they take the gasoline and pour it on the people.
Come on.
No gasoline with damn atomic bombs.
Come on.
And destroy a whole
nation with an atomic bomb. They said they put it in Hiroshima. Hey, drop that bomb right here on black people.
You know it, and we don't have no history concerning the conflicts that happened on the West Coast. We don't have no.
But I guess what? That's right. But it's up to us to tell that story, sister. What happened, the genocide that happened on the West Coast? Oh, yes. This is important. I'm so glad that you brought that up.
But the bottom line is, it's mighty suspicious that some man talking about he a new man, and then he's gonna authorize a study for reparation in daggone California, and then when they tell him how much it costs, he's gonna back it on up, because he knows they say, "Oh Lord, this too much. We can't handle this.
Well, you can't bear the cost.
We have to give the whole damn thing back." Yeah. That's the bottom line. When you talk about the money and how you multiply that money, they have to give up the state of California.
They got to give it to you. They got to give it to Mr. Gillespie. Just give it to him. Just give it to him. They got to give it to, what's your last name, Sister Johnson? And who just give it to him because they owe you everything. Now, fuck up money. They owe you everything.
Everything. And they confuse the issue with all these little fake wars that they go and instigate. You got a pope in one country and a pope in another country, and you tell me them God people can't get together and get the shit straight when they own everything?
Come on now.
We're talking about the Vatican now.
Come on.
So if the Vatican own everything,
and everybody Catholic, and Orthodox, how y'all all fighting each other if y'all all Catholics and Orthodox Jews? Go ahead.
That's what I'm trying to find out. And then the whole thing is, they wait for the Chinaman to make peace in the Middle East. And what kind of sense that make? But they done been there for 20 years, kicking Iraq, Iran, and all the rest of them behind. And then you let somebody come from the outside talk about, oh, well, we're going to hook up with Syria, we're going to hook up with Iran, and we're going to make some new money. And you're going to sit there like you don't understand what the game is? Because they are all these damn games. It's only one game. The game is to suppress the people. That's the game. To keep them stupid.
Dancing.
To
Keep them dancing and dancing. Don't forget the dance move. Don't forget the dance moves now. You know, they have a nigga dancing to the best rap songs forever.
Yeah, we the entertainment while the world burns. They can turn on the TV and we still laughing.
Motherfucker. How them niggas doing? Oh yeah, they eating chicken, dancing around on Instagram, dancing around like a bunch of. Oh yeah, they ain't nothing but the piano. They them banned as the Titanic sink. Yeah, that's who that is. That's Cool in the Gang, dancing around as the world burns. Go ahead, sister.
As the world burns. But you know what? The one thing I do know, them people is dumb, but they ain't that damn dumb.
No, they ain't no
if
damn
they gonna
dumb.
drop a bomb, they gonna drop a nuclear, what they call a missile, and then we're gonna drop a missile. If they both drop the missile, we all gone.
We all gone.
Oh.
They ain't stupid.
So something wrong with that picture.
Yeah.
So somebody wants the rule. They rule in pride and they rule in ignorance. And somebody got the rule. And you can't rule dead people.
Oh,
not
my.
unless you make them dead like us. Like you said, we fly bones.
That's right.
Unless we're dead in law and knowledge of the law, then you can't rule. And you can't rule people that is deceased, as in no life. So if they want to fool somebody, they're going to fool every damn body. Because if one go, all got to go.
That's right.
Somebody lying. Somebody lying. They done lied to us all our life. And all this damn history they're saying, and they millions of years ago and 2,000 years ago. I keep on asking myself, what man back 2,000 years ago gonna write down what he did? Because they were the writers. They had people to write whatever they were gonna write.
Why he gonna write down what the hell he did?
Somebody got control of the pen, and it's not us. But we got control of our mind, and we can think.
That's right.
So we have to use our ability to critically think. And that's what you do. You do that. The bottom line is that you are a critical thinker.
Yes, ma'am.
You are a critical thinker, meaning that you take the logic and you see if it works, and it don't work. And you pulling out the information so that we can start figuring it out. But you ain't by yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Because there's a man, them other people is listening to you clearly and realizing that, oh, this man knows. This man knows. And I don't care about no distraction about nobody's father and their father name of the land and things like that, your little friend. Because I'm black too, and I'm about just old as that one. You better keep your eyes on the prize and say what you got to say.
That's right.
The bottom line. Because I know it's truth. And truth ain't no easy thing to come by.
That's right.
But it's a bitter pill to swallow.
I thank you for your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Kev.
Yes,
all right,
ma'am.
You take care of yourself.
Blessings to you. I love you too,
your
Queen.
Family members too.
Yes, ma'am. Shout out to y'all. This is my family, so I love y'all too. That's such a beautiful spirit. And like I say, when they say they ancestors, that's what I mean. That's my ancestor right there. Somebody who know, she's you can be 20, 30, 40, 50. Age ain't got truth and knowledge and understanding. Ain't no age on that. No, not knowing how to work a computer ain't got nothing to do with this information. This information gonna make you do this, and if it don't, it's not for you. You know, maybe you something else. I don't know, but this is for me. This is good to my soul. I don't even really be eating like that, and I do now, but I can go without breakfast, studying and researching. For instance, let me show y'all this real quick before I get off the air. It's called The American Untouchables. It's written by my Jewish friend Shapiro and them. Um, um, and I know them niggas laughing like a motherfucker. Y'all niggas, wow, yeah, Shapiro and them. First one. So let's take a look and let's do some reading. My mouse. Where's my mouse? Gonna do this. This is gonna be a good read because it deals with American Untouchable, silent power of cash system. We carefully understand that the current upheavals are almost turning almost any turning point in American history without accounting for the human pyramid that is encrypted into us all, the cash system by Isabel Wilkerson. You see, there's an African American right here called the Untouchables. In the winter of 1959, after leading the Montgomery bus boycott that arose from the arrest of Rosa Parks and before the trials and triumphs to come, Martin Luther King Jr. and his wife Coretta landed in India. And at the Palam airport in New Delhi to visit the land of Mohandas K. Gandhi, the father of the nonviolent protests. They were covered in garlands upon the arrival, and King told reporters, to other countries I may go as a tourist, but to India I come as a pilgrim. He had long dreamed of going to India, and when they stayed an entire month, the king wanted to see for himself the place whose fight for freedom from British rule and inspired his fight for injustice in America. He wanted to see the so called untouchables, the lowest caste in the ancient Indian system, whom he had read about and had sympathy for, who still who had still been left behind after India gained its independence after decades before. But what did they overcome? But to get tricked back into the same caste system. Press one, and that's what Harrison was talking about. They need us in that system. Anyway, he discovered that people in India had been following the trials of his own oppressed people in the U.S., and knew of the boycott he had led. Wherever he went, the people of the streets of Bombay and Delhi um, crowded around him for an autograph. At one point of their trip, King and his wife journeyed to the south tip of the country to the city of Trivandrum in the state of Kerala. Okay, and visited with high school students whose family had been untouchables. The principal had made the introduction. Young people, he said, I would like to present to you a fellow untouchable from the United States of America. King was floored. He had not been expected that term to be applied to him. He was, in fact, put off by it at first. He had flown in from another continent and had dined with the prime minister. He did not see the connection, did not see what the Indian caste system had did directly to him, had directly with him, did not immediately see why the lowest caste people in India would view him, an American Negro and distinguished visitor, as low caste like themselves. He see him, oh my goodness, see him as one of them for a moment. He later recalled, it was a bit shocked and peeved that I would be referred to as an untouchable. Then he began to think about the reality of the lives of the people he was fighting for. 20 million people co-signed to the lowest rank in the U.S. for Centuries. Look, still smothering in the airtight cage of poverty, quarantined in isolated ghettos, exiled in their own country. Exiled own country. When you get exiled, you get banished. Exiled in their own country. And he said to himself, yes, I'm an untouchable. And every Negro in the United States, America, is an untouchable. In that moment, he realized that the land of the free had imposed a caste system unlike the caste system of India, not unlike the caste of India. Same system. Remember, I told y'all the rat king, how we all enslaved to a rat and the big elephant in the room, and how it goes back to India and all. Bro, we're at the bottom of the pyramid. That's a cash pyramid scheme system. That's what's been placed on you. That's what he realized. Like, wait, I country. Oh shit. He had a rude awakening when he went to a different nation. What Martin Luther King Jr. recognized about his country that day had begun long before the ancestors of our ancestors had taken their first breaths. More than a century and a half before the American Revolution, and a human hierarchy had evolved into a contested soil of what became the United States. A concept of birthright. It's too much history. It's too much. It's too much. Coffee, KevRow University. I hope to see y'all tomorrow in class. But if not tomorrow, the next day. I try to give y'all time to pick apart the information here, watch the show over, have something to contribute. Shout out to the sister who just called in. She really warmed my heart. She made it worth my while to know that the older sister knows that I'm telling the truth on this day. And truth doesn't come by like that. This type of truth doesn't come by like that. You gotta honor that. You know, she been on the earth a long time. You don't get this kind of truth. No matter what you see on this internet, me internet entertaining my audience, you don't get this type of truth, but ever so God ordained type of information. So treat it as such. It's very profitable to a person's life. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give them to my coin collection. Got to begin to sort and get through the day of sorting. I'm gonna chill out in the studio, probably thinking of the next live stream, the next connection. And until then, I'll see y'all next time. Coffee and cookies. Thank y'all. Shout out to the people in my Cash App. If you want to contribute to my page, to all my pages, all that we do here, go to my Cash App, my cash tag. Hopefully, I'll see y'all later on. KevRow at night. As always, family, I holla.